You might have already guessed it, our next stop is the much-anticipated Liangbao Yuze. I bet you've been eagerly waiting for this episode too. Don't worry, I definitely won't let you down. On the stretch of National Highway from Hongyuan County to Aba County, don't drive too fast. This section is one of the most beautiful parts of the Tonghua Highway, and you should stop from time to time to take a deep breath and soak it all in. Fully immerse yourself in the breathtaking scenery that nature has bestowed upon us. The next 2 episodes will not only satisfy your craving for Liangbao Yuze, they'll also show you the now-closed landscape of Liangbao Yuze and guide you on how to find some hidden paths leading to secret valleys, adding an extra touch to your journey. After passing through the tidy county town of Aba, our first stop is Gimo Monastery. Along the way, we passed by many monasteries. There were at least a dozen sizable ones. For most of us ordinary people, we may have already lost interest in monasteries. But Gimo Monastery is different. Whether you come in search of faith, to experience culture, to appreciate art, or simply to witness this architectural marvel on the plateau, Gimo Monastery will bring you a sense of awe and emotion that far exceeds your expectations. This is the most breathtaking monastery I encountered on my trip to Gannan. The interconnected Buddha halls with the Dharma washing courtyard at their core are lined up in a row. This layout is completely different from what we've seen before. The biggest highlight of Gimo Monastery is this Dharma Joy Courtyard. Inside, it enshrines a 37-meter tall seated statue of Maitreya Buddha. This statue is cast from 332 tons of brass and has earned the Guinness World Record for the tallest indoor-seated Maitreya Buddha statue in China. The main hall is resplendent in gold and jade. Using the word luxurious to describe this temple is truly fitting. It might not seem entirely appropriate, but I really can't think of a better way to describe it. Anyway, I was left staring in awe, filled with reverence. This statue is of Atisha, who is the founder of the Kadam school. Directly opposite Atisha, the hall enshrines Master Tsongkhapa. It's not surprising to see the founder of the Kadam school enshrined in a Gelugpa monastery, because the founder of the Gelug school, Master Tsongkhapa, built upon the Lamrim, stages of the path, teachings established by Atisha in his Lamp for the Path to Enlightenment. He greatly enriched and expanded upon these teachings, so having both masters enshrined in Gelugpa monasteries also reflects the completeness of the tradition. This main hall is very visitor-friendly, with directional arrows guiding you throughout and elevators on every floor. On the 8th floor museum, you can also pay respects to the Buddha Shakyamuni's relics and collarbone relics. At the very top floor, you can see the Vajradhatu Mandala. Remember, you must not overlook Gimo Monastery. As for Liangbao Yuze, you really have to visit it on a good weather day. What if the weather isn't good? Wait, otherwise your trip will be wasted, and so will the 120 yuan ticket. The Liangbao Yuze scenic area has actually only been officially open for a few years. That's because after the Liangbao Yuze scenic area in Qinghai was closed in April 2018, this place became a substitute destination. In fact, it's not fully developed yet. You see, after entering from the main gate of the scenic area, the paved road is very new. When you reach a fork in the road, you'll see a signpost with 3 directions marked on it. Currently, the only spot open to the public is Liangbao. The other 2, as you can see, are marked as not yet developed, entry prohibited. But the sign is just placed by the roadside. If you go in, no one will stop you. It's just that the road is rough and it's easy to get a flat tire. If you're as curious about new places as our cat, you can give it a try too. Today, we're only going to talk about this one regular route. Drive 23 kilometers along the road leading to the Heiwan service area, and the Lord of the Rings-like mystical peaks you imagined will gradually come into view. Along the way, you'll pass several check-in spots like Pangxiong Lake, the Rocky Beach, the White Pagoda, Huangya Beach, and Luoxia Lake, but none of them are particularly well marked. Honestly, that's not really important. Just look around. Wherever you feel is worth stopping for a photo or to check in, that's good enough. Every mountain here has a unique and striking shape. You really need a camera with a medium to long focal length lens. Relying on your phone's telephoto lens just won't give you the depth of field you need. Liangbao Lake is the core scenic area of Liangbao Yuze. Listen carefully, this is important. Once you arrive at the Heiwan service area, the first thing you need to do is line up to get a number. Drive to the Pangxiong parking lot when your number is called. The day I came, the weather was exceptionally good and there were surprisingly few people, so I didn't have to get a number. There are 2 routes to tour Liangbao Lake. One route takes you to the lakeside, where you can look up at the jagged peaks from below. Although this path isn't particularly long, but at an altitude of over 4,000 meters, you'd better just take the shuttle bus. The ticket costs 15 yuan per person for a round trip. The other route is to park at Pangxiong Pavilion and buy a 15 yuan round-trip ticket to the 4,520 viewing platform. From there, you can look down at Liangbao Lake from above. Pangxiong's basic facilities are quite complete, and there's even a trendy internet-famous cafe. Alright, did you get that? If you did, just find a rock to sit on. Hey, I don't need to sit on a rock. I brought my own chair up to the viewing platform. Now let's fly the drone together. Let's soar above this magical land. In my opinion, it's best to visit Liangbao Yuze in the afternoon. If you don't plan to hike in this scenic area, it actually doesn't take much time to visit. At dusk, when the sunlight slants across the mountains, you can truly feel the magic of this enchanted castle. When the setting sun completely sinks below the horizon, the stone formations turn into silhouettes, outlining even sharper and wilder contours. At this moment, Liangbao Yuze is no longer a place of this world. Instead, it becomes a grand gateway to a magical realm, a beauty that is both enchanting and eerily terrifying.